Alright, got it installed. I used the gasket. I don't know if you're supposed to use the gasket, but that's how much I got. There's the mark there. Mark, those two marks, that mark, and then the two dots on the top. That dot and that dot. That means top dead center. Got it all tightened up. Alright guys, welcome back to Half-Fast 719er. I'm done for the night. Done for the night, done for the day. Went and got some stuff done. As you can see, I got the throttle body spacer on. Got the turb ski on. And yeah, that was a big old nightmare. So they want you to zip tie all the vacuum lines. Sure. Let me go grab a flashlight. And again, I'm super dehydrated. Flashlight. Whatever. This thing. It's probably about to die, but anyway. Anyway, I have the header on here. I think we're gonna have to use the stock header just because of that location. I ran into this problem with the slip-on exhaust. Anyway, so if you could see all those blue things, are zip ties. I want to say there's about 12 of them that you got to wrap around all the vacuum lines. And then I'm assuming I got to drill a hole up here. I got one bolt over there. 2 bolts down there. So I am using a Commander. Hold on. Let me put this up. I'm using a Commander Dynojet Commander Power Commander. That's the word I was thinking of. Power Commander 6. So with auto tune. So we got the Dynojet. This is auto tune. These are the Power Commander. Power Commander 6. It's the Dynojet auto tune. This I'll have to run power to ground to ground, and then power to key on. And I have this little pod. My plan is to somehow 3D print something and not be able to see it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might get a roll bar mount. Maybe mount it up there. I don't know yet. Just basically getting this thing all wired up. Doors won't close because, oh yeah, maybe you saw in the background. Anyway, those are all zip ties, all the remnants of the zip ties. So basically you wire, the Power Commander comes, you got a map sensor that goes to the intercooler. Then you have injector 1, 2, 3. You wire up. You also have another idle air control valve. You have another map sensor, and then something else. I can't really remember what they're all called. But anyway, you wire those in line. You run a wire over here. I can't remember what that's called either. But anyway. And then you run a wire to the throttle position sensor. Basically, it's just a male to female, male and a female plug. So you'll plug the male in, or the female into the throttle position sensor, and then the opposite into the plug that is on the car. Oh, there's a flashlight. Anyway, oh, what's that? Went and picked up the powder coating today. It's a little darker. It's a little lighter, but what can I do? Yeah, I got everything bolted, tightened down, except for cotter pins. Gotta do a cotter pin there, cotter pin there. I got everything greased, all the zerks greased, all the bearings greased. I think I have an aligned cotter pin there. Anyway, that's a different video, but yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to use the stock header. Anyway, this is where the mass airflow sensor goes. This all bolts down to it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. It'd be nice if they could do one more right in here, and then put a plug, like just one of these plugs. Put one of those plugs on here, kind of like Banks does to their intake. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm done. I gotta go take the wife's car, to get tires done tomorrow, and smog emissions, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, kind of a pain in the butt. I am missing 2 things. There's an adapter. So this goes to the mass airflow or map sensor. Anyway, this little adapter right there is supposed to come in the kit. I don't know if I'm going to run into an issue. And then there's supposed to be a bracket here that was supposed to be there, but I didn't get. So anyway, yeah. So this wiring, I'll run all the wiring once I'm all done. You know, tuck it all away, do whatever else I gotta do. And, but yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of bending, stooping, stealing, slooping. Anyway, yeah, I have no clue where I'm at on instructions. I am nowhere where I need to be. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna take a break for the night. I'm gonna go inside, read up on whatever I gotta read up on the Power Commander 6. This is the MPI version. It doesn't really show, but anyway, I think there's 9 steps, pretty basic. And auto tune is another set of steps, but for 2019 and newer, basically you put the Power Commander up, you unplug the 3 injectors, and then you do the male to female, female to male, whatever's. And then anyway, so it tells you orange one is the rearmost, which I'm assuming is cylinder 1. Then middle yellow, last is green, and then you do the throttle position sensor, and yeah. Anyway, and then I guess it just shows you to plug it in, And then back here, there's harness connectors with brown colored wires towards the stock crank position sensor. Anyway, hold on. Anyway, I don't know where the instructions went. Oh, I guess they're right here. I put them with the other ones. So anyways, unplug the throttle position sensor, the rear, the throttle bodies. Then you plug it back in. PC6 wire harness connectors with brown colored towards stock crank. It's a pair of white 2-pin connectors. So I see one and then 2 black ones. Unplug the stock crank position connectors. I think I got the right ones. Anyway, they look like the right ones. Boop. And then yeah, it's pretty simple. Plug the wire harness in line with the stock crank position sensor connector. And then you got to secure the ground with a small ring lug to the rear cylinder head bolt shown. I didn't do that. I don't want to loosen head bolts. So I ended up putting it right there on top of the coil. So yeah, I don't like loosening head bolts and then have to retorque them down. So anyway, pretty straightforward. Yeah, anyway. And that's where I got the stuff powder coated. So I still have to figure out this. I still have to cut the little bracket that's in here. Sorry for the lighting, but it's that bracket right there. That bracket has to be cut off, and then I have to drill a hole into the back, and then do some stuff in here. Step 100 through 140. So I just tried fitting the intercooler in there because I'm trying to see the distance or gap I have to install a fan. But I remembered I got to cut that bracket off. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm pooped. Yeah. So still got these bolts to put on. That's that little thing. Which I got to figure something out for this. I'll probably run one of these bolts and then make my own bracket that comes down and attaches to something. I'll probably do it for 2 sides. For one over here and one over there. Just basically a strap to strap it down. Because apparently these have a tendency under high boost, with the weight of the intercooler, I think, the rocking, I don't know what it does, but people will put straps over it to hold it down. Weller Racing makes a bracket kit. It's $200, but I don't think it'll work in this application. I could be wrong. More than likely I'm wrong, but anyway. So yeah, so I just got some hardware left. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in, read the instructions a little clearer, make sure I didn't miss anything. If I miss something, I'll have to fix it. And yeah, go from there. I'm pooped, dehydrated. See you guys on the next video. I'm assuming I'm doing a series. Excuse me. Series of sneezes. Anyway, series of videos. And I gotta zip tie everything, and it's a big old mess. Buy one that's already done. That's only advice I can give. Buy one already done. Preferably a Weller, a car with the Weller or the GYTR. Probably two of the best kits out there for a stock application. But alright guys, see you in the next video. Don't know what it'll be. Might be something about that, or it might not be. Alright guys, later.